All right, everybody. Moose Cow here, back with more of Operation War Ensemble. Time is of the essence. I got to run to a show. It is Commonwealth's, Free France, and Soviet Union's turn for round 5. I'm just going to get it right into it, not clog this down with my usual pre-game chatter. So anyway, this is the game so far. Let's see if we can get a little more light over here. Okay, anyway. Commonwealth is going to save a buck by a artillery, AAA, destroyer, and transport. And like I said, save a buck. This is what they expect to make. That's what this stuff is. Okay. Commonwealth has, let's see, no combats. Like we just have Russia having combats this turn. But anyway, yeah, no combats. So, Commonwealth is going to rail from South Africa, the infantry artillery up to Sudan, the Tanganyika guy, you guessed it, Sudan. So all these guys, all that stuff's out of the way. The stuff in Transjordan will stay put. Transport destroyer from, what is this season again? A53, moving over to A54. Okay. Over here to the Pacific, my oil derricks. Okay. Destroyer from P44 will move to P34. The 4 subs I have in P59 will go 1, 2, 3 to P36. And the ships in P53 and P61 will move to P57. If you're tuning in while I'm here, destroyers and cruisers can move 3 each. Let's see. That's it. The fighters from Java and Dutch New Guinea will just move to New Guinea, as well as the fighter from Queensland. So all 3 fighters are in New Guinea. Not Dutch New Guinea, just New Guinea. Let's see. The transport will have brought over the artillery from Western Australia to Queensland. These remaining infantry will stay put. Didn't have that one marked, made it up on the fly. Cool. Transport destroyer going down in P59, AAA and artillery in South Africa, and no movement in Canada or Alaska or the United Kingdom. So they saved a buck, like I said. They collect 23 in the tracker. And then they get 3 for having 5 surface warships, plus 1 for having Italian Somaliland. Just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so disposition for Commonwealth. 2 infantry in the United Kingdom, 1 infantry in Canada, 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 tank in Alaska, 1 destroyer in P34 with an American transport. 4 Commonwealth subs in P36. I am doing this, if I am mistaken and there is a naval base over here, then I will change this. But I'm doing this under the impression that there is not a naval base in Hainan. I do not remember there being one bought. I just don't think there is one there. So I think these are safe. Anyway, so 4 subs in P36, 3 fighters in New Guinea, 2 infantry in Western Australia, 4 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 AAA in Queensland, infantry in New Zealand, destroyer transport in P59, destroyer transport cruiser in P57, destroyer transport in A54, Transjordan unchanged. It's kind of buried, but there's 3 infantry, 1 artillery, and a tank there. Sudan has 5 infantry, 2 artillery, and 2 British mech infantry. And then South Africa has a artillery and AAA. Am I missing anything else? No, I think that's it for Commonwealth. And they're not being convoyed. So there we go. Okay, on to France real quick. The French fighter from Urals will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to northern Iran. That's all she wrote for Commonwealth, not Commonwealth, France. So we got, for Free France, we got 1 infantry in India, 1 fighter in northern Iran. And then Vichy is basically unchanged since last time. There's 4 infantry in Algeria, 1 infantry in Vichy, cruiser in A36, destroyer in A32, 2 infantry in French Equatorial Africa. Okay, on to Russia, the good stuff, what everybody pays to see. Oh my gosh, I am flying through this. Okay, moving a complex, 1 tank, 2 artillery, 2 self-propelled artillery. Side note, I have, since I have self-propelled artillery, I've swapped them out for these, the artillery, standard artillery pieces for these Katushka, whatever they're called, I forget. Katushka pieces, I like to use those as my self-propelled artillery. And side note, since Chaplin also has self-propelled artillery, I've swapped all of his artillery pieces out for these fun guys. Been waiting for a few years now for HPG to get these back in stock, and I guess they got some of them in stock, and now they're out of stock again. But anyway, so I finally have those. Anyway, and finally using them. So that's cool. So anyway, yeah, like I said, that's the national objective money I plan to make. 5 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 tank, 1 complex move. Commander complex move. We got combats, we got movements, we got the whole shebang. Okay, so we are going to attack Leningrad, what's this again? Bryansk, and what is this again? Smolensk. Okay. Tactical bomber from Moscow, 1, 2 to Smolensk. We'll target select that artillery. Okay. From my stack in Kaluga, 3 infantry and a tank will come into that battle. Okay. All right. Elsewhere from Kaluga, the 3 artillery will go 1, 2 up to Leningrad, along with 1 tank. 1, 2 up to Leningrad. The mech from Archangel will come into that battle, and then the artillery from Vologda will come into that battle. Okay. And I moved the piece of the arrows already, but these 2 fighters will risk the AAA shots and go 1, 2, 3. They'll have 2 movement left.
What is the weather going to be like tonight?
Don't know. I'm filming. All right, 1 second. Let's see. Sorry. Let's see. Everything from Rostov minus the mech and the artillery will go and hit Bryansk. From Rostov, we'll go and hit Bryansk. The tank from Stalingrad will come in there as well. I'm just going to move these onto here because the rest of this stuff is coming down into Bryansk. Keep feeling like I'm saying Rostov. Maybe I am. All right. Okay. The fighter from Rostov will go 1, 2, 3. Or, yeah, he'll go 3 to Smolensk. So actually, I have a 3rd. Or actually, do I want that? Do I want that tank there? You know what? I'm going to keep that tank. You know, no. Keep on it doing that. All right. So we got 3 battles here, here, and here. Everything else is non-combat. I got 1 infantry. Sorry, I got 1 infantry, I realized, down here. Still in Rostov, okay? Alrighty, all right. Let's work our way down. Okay, so Chaplin has 2 German tanks, a German AAA, Italian artillery, and two Italian infantry in Leningrad. So he gets 2 AAA shots. I'm coming in with 2 fighters, 1 tank, 1 mech, 4 self-propelled artillery. Okay, let's get this over here. Oh, and before I get rolling, Chaplin made a mistake when he attacked A30. US has improved transports, so if I get a hit, I'm gonna roll for that. So if I get a hit on that first round, then then US gets a destroyer back. I don't, so everything's unchanged. This is cool. Don't worry about it. All right. Let's get this back over here. Okay. All right. So here's the 2 AAA shots. They both miss. All right. Okay. Pressing forward. I got, like I said, 1 tank, 2 fighters, 1 mech, 4 artillery. Okay. 1 second. I always like to roll with 2 hands if I can. All right, 3 hits. Defense. 2 hits. Okay. So I got 3. So I'd imagine, let's zoom up there. Take the AAA and 2. Oopsie. Oh, that guy was there. Take the AAA and 2 Italian infantry. Good. And then I will take a mech and an artillery. Okay. Okay. All right, so defense. Okay. Pressing forward. Got 3 3s, 3 2s. All right, I got 2 hits. Defense, just 2 3s and a 2. Get 1. Okay. All right. Lose 1 tank, 1 artillery, and I'll lose another artillery. Okay. All right, so this is what I got. Oops. Right, that's what I got. Yeah. Okay. All right, and yep, blam, 3 hits. Defense gets a hit. Okay. He's gone. I take it. I move this guy up here by accident. I take it with a artillery and a tank. Okay. So Russia up. 1 2. Germany down. 1 2. Okay. Let's moving on to this battle here. I got a target select, fighter, tank, 3 infantry against your 2 infantry and artillery. Here's the target select. I get it. Cool. So 1's out. Here's everything else. 2 hits. Cool. All right, defense. Miss. Awesome. Okay. So these guys are all dead. All right. All right. No, it's another 1 for Germany. Up for Russia. Okay. 1 second. He came from. So he's got. This one's actually. He has 1 movement left. Okay. Bryansk. I didn't put my dice out, but you know what? I'll be a good sport about it. Okay. I was gonna roll defense originally. But 2 tanks. 1 2 3. 3 4 5. All right. Got 3 artillery. bumping up. Second, 1, 2, 3. 3 to 6, right? Okay, so I need to visualize this. Sorry. Okay, and 3 more ones. Okay. Right, yeah, plenty of hits. All right, cool. Defense, 3 at 2. 1 hit. Okay. So I lose 1 infantry. Okay. These guys are gone. Okay. I know it's non-combat, but the AAA move in there from Kaluga. Okay. Let's see. Fighter from Smolensk lands in Kaluga. Tactical from Smolensk lands in Kaluga. You know, no, he'll land back in Moscow. Okay. The 2 fighters in Leningrad, they got 2 movement left. Let's see. They'll land in Vologda. Okay. All right. 1 infantry from Tunguska will move down to Kanzu. 1 infantry from Novosibirsk will move over to Tunguska. 2 infantry from Moscow will rail to Novosibirsk. Artillery and mech from Rostov will go 1-2 to Samara. The complex I'm moving is the Tambov factory to Kursk, and all these units in Tambov move over to Kursk. 4 infantry, 1 artillery. The mech from Iran rails 1, 2, 3 to Samara. Right. Actually, you know what? One of the mechs that was in Rostov, instead of going over there, he'll go in with Bryansk. He'll go into the stack with Bryansk from Rostov instead. Okay. Oh my gosh! All right. Okay, that's that. Let's see. Units. 2 artillery in Kaluga. 1 infantry in Kaluga. Actually, let's make 1 artillery in Kursk, 1 artillery in Kaluga, 1 tank in Kaluga. Let's put that there. 1 more infantry in Kaluga, and 2 more infantry in Kursk. So Kursk moved. These are the 3 units I built, and then 1 infantry in Moscow. Okay, cool. All right, so I get 2 for having Northern Iran, and they're at 28 on the tracker. Is that correct? Did I move it up for that one? I think I did. I'll double check afterwards. So 28. 1 second. $28.30 all day. Oh, and Lend-Lease. A6, not A6, Archangel 3. I think that's a tank. Yeah. Tank and Archangel. And then Iran Lend-Lease. It's 4. That is tank and Iran. All right. $2 2 tanks. Okay, cool. All right. Disposition: artillery, mech in Samara, 3 infantry in Novosibirsk, 1 in Tunguska, 1 in Kanzu, 2 fighters in Vologda, tactical infantry in Moscow. Kursk has a complex AAA for 6 infantry and an artillery. Rostov is an infantry. Bryansk has 3 artillery, 1 mech, 2 tanks, 2 AAA, 4, 5, 8 infantry. Okay. Kaluga has 2 infantry, an artillery, a tank, fighter. Archangel, tank. Leningrad, tank, artillery. Smolensk, 3 infantry, tank. And the sub up in A5 will move down to A20. I forgot to do that. And then, of course, in A38, there's still a destroyer cruiser, and that is it for round 5. So on to Germany.